welcome back to another tutorial. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to create the scallop pattern. So let's get started. I'm gonna pick the spring one because this is gonna be a spring project. All the patterns that I'm selling right now, I use a 12-inch square CMYK, and the reason why it's CMYK because CMYK is a print ready file. RGB is for digital only files, but let's go ahead and use this. So let's pick our color, rustic. Okay, let's go for a pastel this time. All right, so you can use any brush actually. So first layer, let's draw a circle. Tap and hold one finger to make it perfect circle, and then let go. And then you can fill it just like that. Now tap that. This is the transform tool, fit to canvas. As simple as that. And then duplicate and pick your second color. I'm gonna go for the purple one because I love purple. And duplicate. So we now have 3 layers. So what we are going to do, again, transform tool. Make sure your snapping and magnetics are on. Velocity, distance on maximum settings. So what we are going to do now is to drag this down until you see the orange line. Now, if you can't see the orange line, you can go ahead and turn off the other layers because again, it's easier for you to achieve that or get that orange line across your canvas if the other layers are turned off. Okay, do it on the other side corner. Perfect. Now you can merge the upper layers except this one. So if you don't want to get confused, you can rename them layer 2. Whoops. If we know how to spell it out. Layer 2. There you go. So for layer 1, I can now go ahead and add my element. So I'm going to add a layer on top of it, and if you want to draw, that's totally fine, but for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just gonna pick any of my brushes here, brush stamps, and pick your color. Maybe green, why not? It's so cute. Wow, look at that. And then put it like that. And the reason why I put it on a different layer is because what if I wanna move it or make it bigger, right? It's easier to make changes if all your elements are on a separate layers. I want to add white lines on here, so I'm gonna have to add another layer underneath my elements. Actually, let me duplicate that one. Duplicate. I keep getting confused of the word duplicate and duplicate, so bear with me. I am ESL. Okay, so I'm just gonna use any of my brushes so I can start adding. There you go. So I think it looks cuter with the white background or white accent, right? So yeah, I think it's good. Now I can merge them. I think I want to change the color of the center too. So again, anyway, and maybe pick a different color. Yellow. Yellow is good. So I'm just going to go ahead and circle. Perfect. There you go. It's so cute and simple. Anyway, that should be good. I can merge them and merge them just like that. Now I can go ahead and add another layer and put it underneath, and it's gonna be the same color as this one, the half circle. So in order for you to grab the color picker, you just have to use one finger and tap it on the screen, tap and hold until that thing pops up, if you can see that. So I have the color, just drag and drop it just like that, and I can merge them together. Now this is the fun part. We're gonna have to move them around so we can have the empty half circles go in the middle. So in order for us to do that, again, turn on snapping, So let's try to move it on the right first. Okay. Now left. They are now in the middle, but not exactly. It's just the up and down still half. So we still have to duplicate it. And then move it down. Whoop. Tap 2 fingers to undo. If you messed it up, move it up. There you go. Those half layers, it's now in the middle as a whole, as one, right? So I'm gonna have to pick another color. Let's try to play around. Ooh, maybe I'll pick green. Green is fine, green is cute. I'll pick another one. Maybe I'll choose an animal this time, right? I'm gonna go for a bee. I already have a bee, but bee is fine. Make it bigger. Cute. Whoops, I put it on the same layer. Again, I need to put it in a separate layer so I can make changes. Duplicate. Perfect. Now duplicate it again. And the reason why I'm duplicating it because it's not solid enough to hold the color inside it. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So stamp brushes are usually they're not solid. So if I put, oh, it's actually solid. No, it's not. So there, that's what I'm talking about. It's going to fill out your entire screen because it's not solid enough to hold the color in place. So I'll have to duplicate it. And there you go. But I don't want to do that because I want to preserve my outline. So it has to be on top on a separate layer. And I can duplicate it. And then the other one will hold the color for me. So for this one, it has an opening here. And I don't want it to go all the way to the wings. So I'm just going to do this one. Just like that. And I can even just use my brush to fill it. Now I'm going to use a different color for my wings. Maybe this one. This one's cute. Oh, look how messy that is. It's okay to be messy, guys. It's fun. All right, perfect. Now I'm going to need to add white for the eyes. Was that white? It looks yellowish. Now, if you want to add shadows, highlights, that's fine, but I don't have to do that for the sake of this tutorial to make it quicker, so you don't have to wait. But if it's just me, if it's my project, I keep just adding like tiny details to make it better. So I think that's cute. Merge them together. Now, duplicate and turn snapping on. And let's test if it's actually seamless. Okay, it is seamless. Now duplicate it again. And the other one will go here. Merge. It's seamless. It is seamless. It's very much seamless. Now if you want to duplicate that one and keep the other one for your original tile copy, because if you're selling this, you want to provide them the original tile. Actually, the original tile would be the first one before we moved everything or shrank everything. That's going to be your original tile, but I prefer it like this so they can see more of the elements. And if you want to do it one more time or shrink the tiles one more time, you can do that, but I just want to remind you that the more you shrink your tiles, the more you duplicate them, the more pixels you lose. It's not that bad, actually. Look, it's kind of pixelated, but if they want to use this on small items, it's okay. It should be fine, like cell phone cases, something like that, notebooks. So you can do this as well, but you want to make sure that if you sell this, you provide this one and you also provide this one. So Yep, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section, and that's gonna be our tutorial for today. And again, thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you haven't yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because I have a lot more tutorials coming up. And don't forget to give it a thumbs up as well, or share it to your friends, to somebody you know who is struggling to make seamless patterns, not only seamless patterns, but a lot of things in Procreate. And yeah, thank you so much for being there, and see you in my next video.